Right, so each gear that you have has a resting point, okay? And that's the overrun. That's the kind, when you're not pressing anything at all, literally, you've got yourself into a gear, let's just say one, and then let's just say there was nothing around, you're in the middle of nowhere, you get yourself into first and then you come off everything. That gear is going to rest, okay? And that is called the overrun of that gear, okay? And you're just going to travel, even though you're not pressing the gas, you're just going to travel. Now, it depends on the car that you're driving, right? But my car in first gear is going to overrun without you pressing anything at all. You're just literally there, no feet on anything, just holding the wheel, going in a straight line. No one's affected because nobody's around. You're on an airfield or something. At that lowest point, the gear will be doing about 2 to 3 miles an hour, all by itself, without you doing a thing. Okay, now it's going to range in different cars, but this is my car that I'm talking about. 2 to 3 miles an hour. That is the lowest that the gear can go. If you are to brake at this stage without using the clutch and you try and go under 2 to 3 miles an hour, you are immediately going to stall, okay? Because the gear is not capable of going any slower, all right? Now, gear 1 can go way further up than 2 to 3 miles an hour, way further up, but the lowest point is 2 to 3 miles an hour. So let's just say you took first gear up to 10, right? Let's just say you did that. You could brake on its own all the way down to 2 to 3 miles an hour without using the clutch. So you've got that kind of play area. You could brake down to like 2 to 3 miles an hour, but at that point you must put the clutch down because otherwise you're going to stall. So there's that section at the bottom there. You're going to stall there, but if you've taken it above, then you could brake on its own, and then when you get to that stage, you have to put the clutch down. All gears have a resting point. Let's just say you get it up into second, okay? So you're in second on the open airfield, no one's affected, you've got it up into second, you've taken your feet off everything. Depending on the car, you're probably going to rest at about 5 to 7 miles an hour without pressing anything. So as you can see, it's a little bit higher than the last gear. It's not 2 to 3 miles an hour in first gear, it's 5 to 7 miles an hour because you're in a higher gear now. That's the lowest point it can go, 5 to 7 miles an hour. That's the lowest point. If you try and brake at this stage, you are going to stall because the gear is not capable of going any lower than that. So you need to put the clutch down and lower to first or clutch down to stop at this stage if you're going to go under 5 to 7 miles an hour. Second gear can go way above that. You could take second gear right up to 25. It might sound a bit horrible, but you could. But then you could brake all the way down to 5 to 7 miles an hour. But when you get to that stage, you must put the clutch down. Otherwise, you're going to stall. Okay, you getting this? When you go to third gear and you're on the airfield and no one's around and you've got to third gear and you've taken your feet off everything, you're going to rest, you're going to overrun at about 12 to 15 miles an hour, not without doing anything. You're not pressing anything. The car is literally traveling 12 to 15 miles an hour, all on its own without doing anything. So 12 to 15 miles an hour is the lowest that that car can go. If you want to go any slower, you must put the clutch down because you will stall. It can't go any lower than that. It can go much higher than that. Let's just say you took third gear up to 35. You could brake all the way down to 12 to 15. But when you get to that stage, you have to put the clutch down because otherwise you're going to stall. The gear's not capable of going lower than that. You need to change down to the lower gear or you need to put the clutch down to stop. The gear's not capable of going any lower. So have you ever gone round a corner in third and you've been braking because you're like, oh my God, I'm going too fast. Then you're braking all the way around the corner and then you stall. That's because you've broke all the way down and you've gone underneath 12 to 15 and you've stalled on the corner because the gear's not capable. The gear's not capable of doing that for you.